Welcome to Holy Smokes and Dad Jokes. I'm Jonathan Pate, pastor, hope dealer, and part-time professional dad joke distributor. This is where faith meets real life and hope comes with a punchline. Let's laugh, grow, and find a little light in the middle of everyday life. Come for the hope, stay for the groan. All right, welcome to Holy Smokes and Dad Jokes, and I've got my first guest outside of my immediate family today. This is my cousin, Lee Hicks. How you doing, Lee?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing good. Hey, why do I always call you Leroy? I was thinking about that the other day.
That would, yeah.
Do
I've
I don't
had
know
several
why.
people at church. It's like, why does Leroy? Why does he? I have no idea. I don't know where that came
I
from.
don't know. Does
I'm trying
Does
to
your
think of who
dad call
called
you
me that
Leroy?
originally. No, no, he's called me other things. I just don't. I can't say it on this podcast.
As long as you know he's your daddy, that's all that matters.
Look, the way he was. Dude, I don't even know if we're gonna get into that, but we
It's
did
all
like a
right.
golfing thing, and he was like, your team beat us, and my dad was on your team, and he was strutting after like he
Mm-hmm.
chipped this one in on a par three, and he was strutting. I heard every bone in his hip, like he was just strutting, and everything was grinding. There's no cartilage left, and he gets everybody to say, "Who's your daddy?" So I mean, apparently I don't know who he is, but
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah, Lee's dad, Dennis, is very competitive. He always has been. I
Yeah,
remember as a kid going over to it was before you were before you were born, but playing Atari and stuff like that. He did not like to lose, and he loved to win. And
he
so
had it with his Atari
he
controller. He had a screwdriver in it, didn't he? He like I don't
he
know if it
did
broke because he got
he
mad.
yeah, a little bit of a temper. He'll throw a club, throw a controller, throw somebody maybe. He gets a little aggravated, but it's all good. It's all good. So I just think I don't know why I call you Leroy, but
Yeah,
anyway, yeah,
yeah,
I guess it could be worse. So
yeah. It could be worse. Could be worse.
it could be. Yeah.
You could call
All
me
right.
short.
So
I mean, but I know whatever.
that's just give it time. We're just getting
Yes.
started. So you know the rules. The
Yep.
rules of the show is you got to bring us some good dad jokes, and you're following up April. If April did pretty good, that's all I'm gonna say. She got some help from the chickens on Facebook.
Yeah. But I don't know. I feel like the bar is set pretty low. Good thing I'm 68 inches tall, so that means I can get under it very easily. Um,
Are you so 5'8"? No joke. Are you measuring your man bun on
five
or what?
5'8" is
Where-
not short. That's what you're going to name this episode.
I
Uh,
don't. I don't
I
disagree with that. I disagree that you're 5'8".
I am 5'8". I measured it the other day. I got a pair of Hokas to make me 5'9", just to boost my confidence a little
Okay,
bit. But
5'8".
I am
All
straight
right.
up
I
173
need.
centimeters tall. The more I get lesser in the measurement system, it makes me sound taller. So we can go
Really?
deeper. We can get to millimeters.
I
I
need
don't
to.
care.
I need to try it for the NBA then. I didn't know
Oh,
I had
good
that much of a
grief.
chance.
All right. Prerequisite, right? The joke. I've got a
Yeah, bring it.
couple.
Bring it.
I've got a
Okay.
couple if the first one falls flat. So I went to the
Okay.
doctor's office the other day, and everything was going good until the very end. The doctor told me that I had the peekaboo virus. Have you ever heard of that?
Okay. I have not.
Yeah, he sent me straight to the
I've not.
ICU.
Oh, I see you. All right, I'm gonna need some
You gonna need a
cricket
best.
soundtrack
You gonna need a best.
on that.
So I've got a good friend that has been
Not bad.
engaged. He's been engaged 5 times, but he's never been married. 5 times,
Okay.
but never been married. He's had a lot of near misses.
A near miss. Yeah, these aren't bad. These aren't bad.
Eh, well,
Not bad.
okay, for lunch today after church, I ate a kid's meal at McDonald's, and his mom got really
Okay.
upset with me.
I guess so. I guess
Okay,
so.
I'm done.
Yeah.
They
She's
weren't
wondering
that good.
why that 5'8" person just stole the kid's meal.
just for that. Sarah screamed at me the other day. I got another joke. This is what you get. This is payment. Sarah screamed at me the other day
Mm.
because there was a big spider in the laundry room, and I went down and I was just going to stomp him. And she told me, no, no, she wanted me to take him out instead. So yesterday we went to Olive Garden, had a very nice dinner, and turned out he's a web developer.
A web developer. Oakley would
There it
like
is.
that one.
There it is.
Yeah, he would
That
be.
one's for you,
Oakley would
Oakley.
be proud.
That
Oakley
one's
would
for
be
you.
proud of that one. Not bad. Not bad. Well, we'll see. We'll see what the audience thinks, but I think that was. I think that was pretty good.
I think there's a
Pretty good.
big thumbs
Pretty.
down.
You know. Yeah. Well, I don't know where to go. I don't know where to go from there. Maybe I'll bring my joke out later. We'll just see.
Okay, yeah.
I'm gonna keep mine in my pocket just in case I need something later. You'll
People can
probably bring
take
something
only
from
so
memory.
much, right? It's
I
just,
know,
yeah.
I know, I know. I feel like I gave some really good ones in our last one, so we'll give it a little bit of space.
Okay.
We'll
Let it
get
breathe a
something
little bit.
later. All right, Lee, tell us about your family and also your faith when you
Yeah.
came to know the Lord and how big a part of that is in your life.
Yeah, for sure. Well, I grew up in the same area of Blue Mountain as you did. My entire, growing up. I yeah, uh, grew up in Blue Mountain, born and raised Alabama. Not as not a lot of grammatical errors, probably like speech errors today. So not going to be. I listened to Oakley's and I'm like, mine's not going to be that good. So,
he had
but
some he had some words.
yeah, he had some words that I'm not going to say. No, I'm kidding. But married to my wife coming up on 18 years in April. So married my wife Sarah in 2008. We got three beautiful children, Grayson, Ashton, and
Hmm.
Addie. Um, they are they're my Beside from the Lord, they're my everything. They're just she's my best friend in the world. My kids are wonderful. Grayson's playing
Hmm.
bass at the church, very talented, super super great. Ashton is God, he's such a good kid. I'm sure
Yeah,
right on this one. If they're
Grayson's come a long way with the bass.
Yeah, he
He's
has. He
doing really
has.
good. He's doing really good. And he enjoys it too. I get tickled looking at him.
Yeah, gets it on us from his grandfather Donald. He used to play
Yeah.
on the praise
Yeah.
team. So we got pictures of him.
Yeah.
When he was little, of Donald's up there sitting
Yeah.
on the in sax at the sax church playing the bass, and
Right.
Grayson just sitting there reaching up at it. It's really cool to see that transition from there until
Yeah.
now. That he had developed a passion for playing. So
Yeah.
um, Ashton's 11, and he's autistic, and I'm sure either sometime later or whatever, if you ever have me back, I don't know if this is gonna be a train wreck or not. We may can talk a little bit more about that. Um, but he's such a great kid, and Addie, uh,
He is.
Addie Addie's 3, and Addie's Addie. Anybody that goes to our church knows her. I usually get people walk up and say, "How's her mood today?" Because I mean, she could be good, she could be
Mm.
just don't talk to me today, but I mean, I look at myself and I consider myself the richest man in the world. I've got beautiful wife, 3 beautiful children, and just, you know, it's,
Yeah, you have a great family.
yeah,
We are blessed, and I'll tell you those kids grow up really quick, and
they do.
I'm living that out right now. It's hard to believe.
Grayson will be in April, Grayson
Hard.
will be 16, and woof, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Well, tell me about your faith. When
Yeah,
did you come
yeah.
to know the Lord?
So I'm kinda like in the boat with you. We, grew up in, well, I mean, I always remember the Word of Life Tabernacle, right? With, Nick the Deaconess Body Shop. We had a little rap about that, didn't we? There's But,
Yeah.
we, grew up there my whole life listening to my papa preach, and, I remember, I'd always always been in church, always listened to preaching, always did the whole thing. My mom always took me to church, but I remember a specific time there was one service and I might have been 9, 10, or whatever, and my mom picked me up, got me up out of the seat, and she said, "I just feel like you're gonna receive the Lord today." And I it was one of those things where I feel like I've been going to church my whole life, and I'm like, "Do I not get grandfathered into this thing?" Right? It's kinda like a
Right. Mhm.
but, I remember that moment that she prayed over me and prayed with me, and I just started jumping. I just felt like there was just an instantaneous difference that I felt, inside of
Mhm.
me, and,
Yeah.
from then on, I have, dedicated my life to him, and, yeah, um, now
That's
I'm,
awesome. You've grown a lot since then.
yeah, I appreciate it, just wish it was a little taller. Um, I'm doing it to myself. Why do I do this? It's just
You
like,
really
you've been really calm about it, but whatever.
I've been
No.
that's why I was holding it back. I just
Like, I can't let you give me a compliment. I don't know what it is. No, but, now, I'm sure we'll get into it shortly, moved off to North Carolina, ministered and everything, and now I'm, ministering through music at our church, preach sometimes whenever you need me to
Mhm.
or whatever, so
Yeah. You've always been a huge help, for us, and I mean those words literally. Um, Incredible youth pastor, like, I don't know if our youth have, ever been as strong as when you were leading them, and, a
I
lot of them
appreciate that.
still obviously yeah, a lot of them still believe it or not, look up to you. Even now that they're adult. I
Yeah.
wasn't see, I didn't mean that as a joke, but
No,
I'm
I get it,
I
yeah.
can't
I
help it. I
appreciate it.
guess I'm just good, but yeah, I'm saying they still come back and like you meant a lot to them in their faith
Yeah.
is what I meant. So that's
Yeah.
good. And always helped me as an associate, and I don't know if I've ever heard you preach. I'm usually I'm usually in another
That's the truth.
state. No, you do a good job. I would watch on live stream just to make sure you weren't, leading some kind of mutiny or something. And you've always done well in whatever whatever I needed.
Thank you.
You've been there, even in even vacation Bible school and stuff like that. We always got
Oh my
together and,
goodness.
and put a little creativity to what we did and tried to have fun with it. And those were definitely good times.
I always ended up getting hurt. That was like, I don't know, I was always the guy that ended up getting hurt.
Yeah.
You had told me the other day that you and Oakley and maybe April or whoever was watching through the old, on our old YouTube channel, like all of the old Vacation Bible
Yep.
School videos and,
Yeah.
um, the, high budget, almost Hollywood budget that we had,
Yeah.
effects that we did on those things.
Yeah. We'll use Oakley's word graphic fidelity. That's what we
Yeah.
had. It was
You said it
it was
correctly that
it was
time. You said
I did. I'm trying to I'm trying to get better. It was man, I think the whole screen would have like maybe 4 pixels, something like
Yeah,
that. So
it was I don't we recorded on a, potato, I think, with but that was we Brian and our worship pastor, had always said if we could just
Mm,
find those videos or I mean, even all the stories and stuff that we've had and just put them in a
yeah,
book or just if we had those videos and put them on YouTube, we'd probably
right.
be, doing pretty well right now because we have some gold
I
on
if
those
if you
videotapes.
could tell if you could tell what's going on. The last time I looked at it was like I did not know it was so bad. Like I guess when you start seeing things in 4K and stuff like that, and you go back and look, because our stuff was bad even with the times. Like it was bad. It was it was bad even for that time. And so now it's
Yeah.
like could watch it Minecraft or something. I don't know.
Minecraft, I
It's
think, might be
bad.
better. Uh,
Yeah, yeah. But
but,
you
I
and
mean,
Brian
we
was
thought
always,
go ahead.
y'all made it. You and Brian made it funny. So one of you if you're 5'8", he's like 8'2", something like that. So,
You could
y'all
always
were
look
like,
up to him. He,
that's right, that's
I
right.
remember specifically what was the one where we had, he was Gabriel or something, and I was playing like the devil,
It wa-
and I had this leather
yeah.
jacket, the leather glasses, um, I was just all decked out in black,
Mm,
and I think the whole premise was I was trying to get someone to look at something bad on the computer, and I was like, "Yeah,
yep.
click that," and I started backing away, and then here comes Brian, full angel gear, coming around the corner and, like, grabs me by the nape of the neck and, like, slings me, uh God, what was some things we did? There was a wrestling move, he, like, threw me against the ropes, came back, and, like, his foot came and hit me, and I promise you his foot had
Yeah.
to be that far away, it was bad. He missed me by that
It was
much.
the Hulk Hogan signature move where the leg
Yeah,
goes straight out. You run into the
yeah.
foot.
But
So,
he had to I mean, there was at least 28 pixels in between his foot and my face because, like, he
yeah,
missed me by a good bit, but,
yeah.
he smacked me a couple times, and it was slow motion, right, and I had the water coming out of my mouth, like, when he hit me. Couple of the best ones,
Yep.
though, it was like so the whole premise was, like, he was just beating me up, like, any way we could think that he
Pretty
could beat me up.
much.
There was a
Pretty much.
trash
Yeah.
can, and, like, we actually did this part, you couldn't tell there was a cut. He got me, and he put me head first in a trash can and, like, pressed me down, and he was, like, pressing on my hiney, just, like, pressing me into that thing. My legs were kicking out of the top of it, and we did do an
Yeah.
obvious cut, but, like, was he on the roof of our fellowship hall or something, like
No, no, he threw the can over the fellowship hall, and so
so he got the trash
we
can and just jumped in.
yeah, we cut, obviously, we got you out of the trash can, and it was just one of those little trash cans about like that,
Yeah, okay.
but he
It was like a mop bucket.
yeah. You just see Lee's feet dangling out of there. But we cut, obviously took you out of the trash can, then we cut back and he throws that trash can over the fellowship hall, and the sky is all you can see is pixels just sort of moving back and forth. That's how bad the video was, but
2 other parts of it that I
but it
remember,
was
and he grabbed what would he grab? We had this rock that we used for a play,
all of our
for, like, when
it was the tomb.
yeah,
Yeah, it
so
was
it
the
was a rock from
tomb.
the tomb of Jesus, and he gets it, and if you've ever
Mm.
seen, like, Indiana Jones, he grabs this rock and shakes it and just goes like that, and it starts chasing me, and there's a scene, our church in Saks had these big steep steps in the front, and, like, I was running down
Really
the
big.
steps, and was it you or somebody was behind with the rock?
It wasn't him. I think it was me, because you would be able to tell it was him. So I was behind the rock, and the rock was just going down the steps with you. It was funny.
Bouncing going down.
Yeah.
But and then the other one
But
was when
that yeah.
I was laying down and he had I was laying down and he roped my leg to his truck,
Uh-huh.
and then, he looked back out of his truck. He was in his, like, Ford F-150 or something. Then he drives away, and we cut, and we had this prosthetic leg that had, like, blood there was, like, fake blood out of it. He was dragging it down the road, and I'm pretty sure it was the other leg. It was, like, the left leg, and he tied up my right leg or something. I'm sure we missed that.
Oh, boy. But the Vacation Bible School kids loved it. They ate it up. I think we might have had as much fun as they did, if not more.
Yeah,
So that
it was
was
fun. It was fun.
that was cool. That was cool. So ministry, I've got much more memories of ministry being fun and powerful and rewarding and that kind of thing, but ministry can also be very difficult and very challenging. And I know you've had some times like that in
Yeah.
your life, ministering whatever capacity. Why don't you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, for sure. So we, I wanna say, and Sarah probably correct me, 2016, 2017, I, received a job offer from, in North Carolina to be an IT in this, nonprofit that, did, like, testing for dentists and hygienists to get their licensing, and I'm like, "There's no way. There's no way I'll get this job." And I applied for it, and I got the job, and I remember specifically my mom was like, "I love you, son, but I don't like you right now." And it was, like, because we're taking
Yeah.
these grandkids away from her, and, But, we moved away and, you know, I'd been in church my whole life, and then I got to experience the side of seeking a church out, which is something that I had never felt before in my life, right? Because from a baby up, if you're raised in the same church, you've got, everybody. It's just like you're there. So now we have uprooted from family, friends, and everything, and now we're looking for a church, and we eventually landed upon a church. And I'm purposely not going to name any names of churches because I don't want to bring
Sure. Sure.
any kind
Sure.
of shame or any kind of thing, any kind of negative speak. I'm kind of like Paul in Philippians, where he's like, and this isn't pointed at any specific church, but he's like, some people indeed preach the gospel, but they preach it out of pride and preach it out of these other things and different ambitions.
Mhm.
And some even preach things against me. He's like, but what can I say if the gospel's being preached? You know, I can't really say anything against that as long as the name of Jesus is being preached. Praise the Lord, right? So,
Mhm.
we went to a church, and Sarah began to sing on the praise team, began to lead and everything, and I helped with ministry, and eventually the church disbanded, and there were a lot of people that were just left with, you know, it's kind of like
Yeah.
when the shepherd's gone and the sheep are like, where do we go?
Right.
And the Lord had
Right.
impressed it upon my heart not far before that, and this was around COVID time, right? To start a church, and I'm like, "Lord, you know what's going on right now?" That it's like we got COVID going on, we got all kind of craziness, and it's like, these
Mhm.
people need a pastor, and I'm like, "Okay." So I talked with Sarah about it, and we agreed and prayed about it and agreed, and we started our own church, and it was all my life, Jonathan, I was like, I just want to pastor a group of people. I just want to
Yeah.
experience it, and I want to feel it, and I
Mhm.
just want to be in that. And I will tell you, just
Mhm.
being candid right here, it is nothing that I thought it was. Absolutely, it was
Yeah.
everything that I thought it would be, to me, kind of like it was not. It was,
Yeah. Yeah.
because there's always the trope that, I've heard you say it is like, it's, people think that being a pastor is just getting up and preaching on Sunday, and then, everybody likes the sermon and is cool with you, and then the rest of the week, it's like, all right. But the the preaching and stuff on Sunday is the fun part, right? It's kind of like the part where you get up and you get to
Right.
give God's word, and then it's like, but then the real
Right.
ministries after you get down from the pulpit until you get up to the pulpit
Yeah.
again.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I will say this before I move on to the next part, that I will always say this about you, and I mean it from the bottom of my heart. You are such an inspiration, and your family are an inspiration to pastors. And I tell the church all the time when I can, they've got the best, in my opinion.
Well,
You and
I
April and your
appreciate that.
family are a you are a standard in my eyes, not just because you're my cousin and I love you with all my heart. It's just that I haven't hardly seen anybody like you guys. And for you to be able to pastor a church body and maintain your family, and your children and wife still love you, and all of this is a very high testament, because people can get it consumed, right? I mean, you can let it consume you,
Yeah.
and your
Yeah.
family pays for it, your children pay for it, your
Mhm.
friends pay for it. um so I commend you and your family, you, April, and Open and
Sure.
Serenity, for uh, pastoring a church, pastoring it well, and still maintaining a love and focus for your family.
Yeah.
Because when I was pastoring in North Carolina, it got to a point where mentally I felt like I was going to lose it, because I am,
Yeah.
I'm severely ADHD with things, and I felt I felt in my mind like I was going through literal hell in my mind, because I just could not.
Yeah. Yeah.
I found out that in my state right there, out of these and like years and years, that I'm like, I feel like I'm ready. I feel like I'm ready. I feel like I'm ready. And then I was put into the position, and I'm like, I don't know if I'm ready for this. And I just I pastored for 2 years, and then I gave the church over to another guy in the church because just
Mhm.
mentally, I was in probably one of the lowest points of my life in my faith, just to be open and honest. I mean, even to the point of, and I get very candid about it, but, like, up to the point where
Sure.
I was even questioning if this thing was real, just to be open.
Yeah.
I'm just like, "Is this thing really
Yeah.
it?" Is this
Mhm.
because there was, like, we had a time where Sarah was pregnant with Addie, and, we were at the hospital, and I was trying to call some people in the church because we thought we was gonna lose her, and, I was calling people in the church, and just calling people, and immediately, I pick up the phone, "Hey," immediately, it's just like pelting, pelting, pelting on all the things that and
Yeah.
pastors are graced with that, right, to hear what people are going through, but it's like, I am going through such grief and heartache right now, and I'm calling to get people to pray, and it's just like immediately, problem after problem, and at
Yeah.
the end of the phone call, I'm like, "Oh, yeah, by the way, we're in the
Oh,
hospital, and
yeah.
we might lose our baby." You know what I mean? So it's kinda
Yeah.
like
I know. Yeah.
that hit me a lot,
Mhm.
and I I just broke, and,
Yeah.
for a couple of years, I mean, even when we came back, we ate with you in April, and I kinda opened up to you about the struggles that I was going through, and I just was not feeling it, Jonathan, like, I was just like
Yeah. Yeah.
and, I know you probably feel all the emotions that I've talked about, and I know that you've handled them
Oh,
and
yeah.
gotten through them. But is that kinda like,
Yeah.
have you kinda felt those kind of feelings? It's just like
Oh,
mentally, I'm
yeah.
like, my head is about to explode, and I just can't. How do I manage this and
Yeah.
my family at the same time?
Oh, yeah, for sure, and I'm not I'm still not gonna say that I'm after 25 years that I'm good at it, I'm definitely not. I did make a few years in, I did try to make more of a concerted effort to because I'm gonna disappoint somebody. There's
Mhm,
just no way around that, you're not gonna make everybody happy, you're gonna disappoint somebody, and so I've tried I've tried my best to let that never be my family as much as possible. And so somebody else might be disappointed that can't be there or can't be everything they want or need. But my family's I've gotta make sure that who I am who I'm supposed to be for them. And that's
mhm.
the challenging part. I think, obviously God equips us for what he calls us to, and so, he equipped you for a short-term ministry that, you may never know, who you impacted and how much you impacted them. Even the hard times, I've had to make hard decisions and didn't know if those people would ever even, and I've had them come back and say, those tough times were, some of the most important moments of my life that I grew a lot through
Yeah,
that. And so, God used you during that time, um, and He's got bigger and better things for you He's got you doing now and to come. And so I just think He equips us. I look back and I really don't know other than it's just God's grace and giving me some kind of patience that it's not my own, or you just couldn't survive it. You can't unless He's called you to do it long term like that. There's no way you could do it without Him equipping you to do it. And
mhm.
so I I'm sort of the opposite. I couldn't be I'm not equipped to be like a evangelist.
Yeah,
As I used to thought that was pretty cool, and that was, come in and just preach and get everybody pumped up and leave them. Just, hello, that's pretty
right.
cool.
The
You
fun
don't have to
part.
deal with anything else. Just yeah, and they all love the evangelist. The guy's got evangelist comes in, he's got a new preaching style. So that's fun and it's maybe better jokes, who knows?
Yeah,
So,
who
but
knows?
everybody's excited about something new, and but I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. For one thing, I'm not talented enough to be an evangelist. They're usually really really good at preaching, to get people stirred up. They're sort of like the
Yeah.
salesman. 'cause that never was me, and I am naturally. I got like an adverse reaction to anything that is showy.
Yeah.
Um, I just can't. I'm like in Pentecostal church. I'm sort of like a square peg trying to go in a round hole because I can't. I'm
Yeah,
adverse
for
to
sure.
anything like if volume makes it better, then I don't know if that's good or if the way I say it makes it better or if I can say it with a little bit of show, then I'm averse to that for whatever reason. And so and I think it's just because I'm wired. I'm wired really slow. I'm in my element if I'm sort of teaching something, and anything outside of that, it's sort of unnatural for me, and so I wouldn't survive. Um,
Yeah.
I wouldn't survive as long as you did as a senior pastor. If I was an evangelist, I might make it a month, and I'd be like, I'm out. I can't. This is not what I'm. This is not what I'm wired to do. So,
Yeah.
um, yeah, you were a trooper for sure, doing what you could to help people in a time where God needed you,
Yeah.
and who knows what he's got, ahead.
Yeah.
So
And and even saying, with it being like I said, God, why did you have me start a church in COVID? You know, it's like probably one of the toughest situations to be
yeah,
in as far as a church because you're like,
hmm
do you do virtual all and like I virtual church is not for me. I gotta be in the church.
that
Like
was hard. That was
to each
really
their
hard.
own, right? Because some people can watch virtual church and just, be in it and be, you know, all power to you, and I'm glad that you can do that. I cannot. I gotta be in the building because I just like having
Yeah,
fellowship and being
it's
with
just not the same.
everybody. Yeah, to me,
Hmm
uh, like I said, each person has their way that they, way that they receive, and,
Right,
I'm not gonna
right,
knock anything. I still think we need to, make an effort to try to be in God's house with people too, right? We be with our brothers and sisters, and don't use it
for
as a
sure.
crutch. But
Yeah.
yeah, now
No,
we're
it's
back.
just that's the way it's meant to be.
Yeah, but now we're back. And I feel like we're home, and I have Sarah and I both have definitely gone through a healing season for sure.
hmm
Um,
hmm
the whole thing of church hurt, I get it. And, kinda like
Yeah,
on
for
the
sure.
other side of it from a ministry thing, because you got church hurt with
Yeah.
people coming to the church, but then people talk about the church hurt with, pastors and everything or people in ministry. It's like,
hmm Right.
I,
Right.
we had to go through that time and, we wanted to get back on the stage and sing and play, at Life but, you and April
Yeah.
respected that we needed time for us to heal and to get back and hear the word and I
Yeah.
will say we're still not 100% there, right? Like we're still
Yeah.
fighting through
Yeah. Yeah.
some of those things
Yeah.
and but
Yeah.
and even when I'll say this one last part and then we can move on. Even when you get me to preach, um I'll tell you, my flesh fights me so bad to say yes, because my
Yeah.
flesh is just
Yeah.
like it reminds you of those past things, and all the times I
Sure.
preached every Sunday, and my flesh just fights. But then I find out, the thing my flesh
Yeah.
fights the most, maybe where God wants to use me,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
when I get up there and I preach, the flesh just I don't know, it's just like gone and I feel like I thrive and I feel like the Lord speaks through me and
Yeah.
ministers through me. But then it's just like
hmm
the battle to get up. When you people get saved and the Lord starts calling you and it's just like the hardest step is that first step, right? But
Yeah.
then
Yeah.
once you get up there and the Lord starts moving through you, it just, comes out naturally for me
hmm
and
Yeah.
but I still struggle with that. It's still a hurdle that
Yeah.
I've got to get over.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Those
But yeah,
hurdles are tough.
we are so happy to be back home, up on the stage playing. I love playing the keyboard. That's I love it. I love
No, y'all are great.
er
Y'all are very talented, and any pastor of a small church knows that maybe you get You get a few talent, and we have several talented people with instruments and singers, and that's such a blessing,
Yeah,
because
it
I
is.
know we're making a joyful noise, and I know it's not about, it's not a show or anything like that, but it sure does help to have some people that can sing and play, and
Yeah,
I think that's good. There's a
yeah.
train coming by. I don't know
Even
if
if
you can hear that.
I was like, I hope that's not the trump of God sounding because I don't hear it on this end. You know what I mean?
Well, we're both still here, so
Oh Lord.
yeah. Yeah. Well, it may take a minute to get to you. It's got to go a little further. He's got to come
Yeah,
down a
it's
little
gotta
bit further. I was I was when it rains, are you like the last one to know about it? I always wondered that.
what when it rains.
Yeah. Are you like the last one to know?
Yeah. 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 And okay. I
The
got you.
train threw us off
It took us
track.
a it
Yeah.
did oh, there's
I
another joke
know.
right there. And I'm gonna say, like, if you want the definition of midlife crisis, just start a podcast when you're 50 and you're a pastor. My goodness.
Hey, that's all you gotta. That's all. Lee, Lee come up to
We
me
love
one
each
day. He
other, I
said, "I'm
promise.
not." Lee come up to me one day. He said, "I'm not happy." Well, I said, "If you're not happy, which one are you then?"
Oh, hi ho, hi ho. Was that your joke? Okay, let's be real. Was that your joke?
I had a few of them. But then you had that part where you talked about how great I was. I sort of pushed them all aside. I'm like, I'm not going to use them. And then the train came by, and it just sort of,
That's the Lord.
you know,
That's all I want to say. That's the Lord.
yeah, yeah. I guess so. I guess so. But anyway, I've in all seriousness, you've always been I've always admired you. You never look down on anybody. Oh goodness.
I've got a couple
I
uncles
hope
that I
this
might
turn
can't look down on. I don't.
I hope this
I'm not the shortest person in our church.
I
That's the
should have.
thing.
Why though? So why I don't when how did that?
I,
I don't
we've
know.
all
I
got
don't
our
know if you
things.
I think you just make it funnier. And so,
I don't know. I
because
think it's
some
how I handle
people,
it.
yeah, yeah, probably, yeah, probably. So, and you've always got some good comebacks, and so it's a little bit of
I,
makes it,
there's some of
makes
us
it
in our
fun.
family that the gift of wittiness has just rested upon us, and I think it just comes naturally. But it comes.
Yeah,
Here's another insight. It comes as a detriment, right?
yeah, that's
like
right.
sometimes.
That's right. That's right. That's right. I've been told at work I have the gift of making fun of people without them ever getting mad at me, and I don't, I don't know. It's
That's
just,
that's a pretty good
I
gift.
don't know. Yeah, it is
That's a
because
pretty
it's a
good
lot
gift.
of fun. It's a lot of fun. So anyway, we just got to keep looking up. That's that's motivational advice for most people. Necessary advice for short people.
There it is. That's like I always say. Like
I should
it's
have.
I'm low hanging fruit, but that's the best fruit for me because I can reach it.
That's true. That's true.
That's my last dad joke. I'm not gonna.
Yeah, I think we did. I think we did good. Real quick, what do you have a clue like how you see yourself in 10 years?
Well, I mean, we just us personally at our home, we've got a home with 2.5 acres. We've started like farming. We've really been pushing like kind of like a homestead lifestyle, having our own food, doing our own stuff. Just us
Okay,
personally as a home. We got pigs, ducks, chickens, all the stuff. We're gonna get more, and we just want to, just really focus on disconnecting from a lot of
that's
stuff,
cool.
and just
That's cool.
being I don't know. It's like I just made Sarah a clothesline the other day, and This isn't a joke. There's no punchline on this one. Has made her clothesline just where we, uh, don't have to use a dryer and take up as much power or anything.
Sarah.
So,
Oh Lord, there's a good one there about the dishwasher being broke, but you better not go there.
no, she told me, listen, she's like, I want a clothesline. I don't want to run this dryer as much and save on her power. I said, okay, so we'll do it. And no, I'm not the husband that got her a mop or a broom for Christmas. That's not, that's not that deal. But
I'm picturing that little clothesline. No, I can't get past it. I'm trying to move. Do the chickens have to sort of duck as they go under the clothes?
No, they use it kind of like as a balance beam. Them. They
the little farm Olympics. Probably hurts your back putting the clothes on that little.
Gosh.
When we went off the tracks, we really went off the tracks.
That train started it.
Well, I guess I went off the tracks.
Ministry wise, I don't know. I don't know about the next 10 years.
I got you.
As far as right now, I'm just focusing on honing in my skill with the keyboard and musically, and just practicing as much as I can, and just letting I'm an open book for the Lord. I want to say, God, whatever it is you want me to do, I'm open to it. My flesh might not like it, but I'm open to it, and I have to trust that He knows what's best for myself and my family, and just go with it. So
at the end of the day, He's in charge. So
yeah,
whatever He calls us to do, He will equip us to do it. So
absolutely.
Well, Lee, I've had a blast as always, and I hope this turns out.
We've had some technical.
We had a little bit of trouble. Yeah. Lee said he was going to disconnect. He's already disconnected from Wi-Fi, I think. But
yeah, we've gone back. Y'all remember net zero? That's what I told him earlier. I was like, we're on net zero, but it's turned into sub-zero.
I didn't even know that was a thing anymore. But
they used to see them at like Walmart. They would have them like just those discs. You get net zero. I'm like, I didn't even know that was still.
Yeah. Well, hey, when this uploads in a few months and I finish the book of Matthew, maybe we'll post this podcast.
That's what I always say when we left for North Carolina 9 years ago. You had just started Matthew, and we're about to finish it, so we're excited.
We're almost done. We're at the point where it talks about the return of the Lord, and we might just get that in there before it happens. Who knows? It may be like more of a looking back type thing. That's right.
You're the reason He hasn't come back yet. That he's just waiting on you to give that last message.
He's tarrying just for us. Well, this has been fun, and I love you guys. Love your family very much. You're a really, really big help to us, and we enjoy the back and forth. It's all in good fun, and I appreciate you, man.
I appreciate you. We love you guys equally, and thank you for everything you've done for us. You've helped us in so many ways, and just thank you for giving us opportunities to use our giftings for the Lord.
Absolutely. Well, thank you guys for listening or watching, whatever you're doing, and I pray that you would share the podcast because we're getting some traffic, which is good. But if you guys would share it on social media, that'll help us too. And so we're having a lot of fun. And maybe it is a midlife crisis when I start thinking about it, but it's fun. We're having fun. So join in the fun and help us, and send us your material. And so I'll try to use it on the show. I've got some pretty good ones. I didn't use any of them today.
Oh, people are emailing.
I do have some. People sending me some good stuff, and so I've got all the short jokes. I got to go back and put 5'8" in there now, though. We'll have to edit those out.
Are a majority of them chickens? I've heard about chicken stuff.
The chickens on Facebook. They're going after it. They're really getting a lot of stuff done. So anyway, all right. Thanks so much for watching and listening, and you guys have a great day. Leroy, love you, buddy.
Love you.
If this episode encouraged you, share it with someone who could use a little hope, or at least a decent dad joke. Remember, no matter what you're walking through this week, you are not alone. You are deeply loved, and there is always more grace than you think. Until next time, keep the faith, keep your joy, and keep on laughing.